Member Anderson?
Beg your pardon? Has everyone had the opportunity to read the
We're going to do the
meeting
roll
minutes?
call. Roll call.
It says green.
Member Anderson? Here. Member Brown? Here. Member Houston?
Here.
Member Clyde?
Here.
Member Lebovic?
Here.
Member Seligson?
Here.
Member Steinberg?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. All right. Well, now we can get to the approval of the minutes. Has everyone had an opportunity to read the minutes from the last meeting? Can we have an approval, a motion to approve the meeting?
I'll second it.
It has been properly moved and second that we approve the minutes from the last meeting. Can we have a roll call on the subject?
Member Brown? Yes. Member Anderson? Yes. Member Lebovic?
Yes.
Member Houston?
Yes.
Member Clyde?
Yes.
Member Steinberg?
Yes.
Member Seligson?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. There are any communications? I guess there was one memo. Have we gotten any additional communications?
We received 2 emails in support of case number 2506 for the 14441 Werner Avenue, and just to enter them in the record. And you have copies in front of you of the 2 emails.
Okay, has everyone had the opportunity to read the communications? Okay. Were there any old business?
None.
No old business. Okay, so we can get to the new business. The first item of business is case number 2506. It's submitted by Michael Gordon, architect, on behalf of Rachel and Hirsch Eastlam of 1441 Vernon Avenue. Article 3 of Division 1 General Provisions, Section 300, Assembly Buildings, Structures, and Uses requires the detached garage structure to be set back a minimum of 10 feet from the principal dwelling. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow alterations to the existing principal building that resulted in the setbacks from the existing detached garage structure of 7 feet 3 inches on the closest side, and the overall setback 7 feet 6 inches from the principal building. So, who's representing
If you want to open the
the
public
Gordons?
hearing. If you want to open the public hearing for anyone to speak.
Is there anyone from, that has any comments or additional input that we might take into consideration when discussing the subject?
No.
That's nobody. Okay, all right.
No, you are?
And your address?
Good evening. I'm Michael Gordon, representing the El Shonans, who are working on town and family event.
Can you just hit your mic?
There's a button. There you go.
Now it works. Can you hear me?
Is the green light on?
Green light's on. Okay.
You're good.
All right, sorry about that. Repeat, I'm Mike Gordon from Moise Gordon Associates Architects. I'm here representing the El Shonans, who unfortunately are out of town at a family event. I spoke to them earlier today. And in your package, you have 2 letters from neighbors that I just received this evening in support. First, I just want to give a little bit of history and context to this project. We began working with the El Shonans in April of 22, almost 3.5 years ago. The project went through multiple design iterations, including adding a second floor. Then budgets came in, then we weren't adding a second floor, then we were back to adding a second floor now. The evolution also included an initial start with a different builder, which continued into a demolition phase. Unfortunately, the builder stopped and was eventually terminated from the project. We returned to the drawing boards, eventually ending up with another revised plan and a new contractor. So in all of this history and all of this change of people, I think that's where lies some of the issues. And unfortunately, with so many changes and moving parts, along with some misinformation from an old site plan, we ended up with today's situation requiring a variance. Actually, the good news is the original situation has been relieved in one direction. It's actually further away than it was originally. The drawings were approved and construction started, and it wasn't until there was a site inspection on the job that the issue presented itself. Apparently, the previous builder had never called for an inspection, or else the violation had not been noticed during any previous inspections, but we lost that history with the builder. So we went back to the drawing board again, and we looked to see if we could modify the garage or modify the structure to satisfy the homeowner's need. The existing footprint would challenge the dietary needs of the kosher kitchen. We needed a certain amount of space. And if we did shrink the garage, it would not hold a car, and it's a one-car garage. Further, we can't move the garage back because then it would open up other violations of setbacks to the rear. Further, if the garage could simply be attached, the fire separation, which is one of the issues, can be achieved by drywalling the garage, and the homeowner has willing to drywall the garage to help secure a fire separation, which is part of the issue here. And in several local communities we looked into, the 10-foot separation ordinance is unique to Oak Park. It's a 5-foot in many other communities, and the National Building Code actually calls for a minimum of 5-foot separation. We feel that given all the existing circumstances, the ability to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the community is paramount, and we feel that what we're doing, and also protecting the first responders, we feel that this is a reasonable request and that that safety is ensured. We hope you look favorably upon this, and we'll answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? Any comments? Can we have a motion on the subject?
Yeah.
Well, is there anyone else?
Is there anyone else?
Anyone else in the audience, I guess? Nobody was there, so.
Then we're gonna close the public hearing next.
Okay, so there are no questions, so we can have a motion. Does anyone care to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. Based on the information presented in the staff report and additional findings of fact discussed during the review of case 25-06, I move to approve the request of Michael Gordon on behalf of Rachel and Herschel Hanan, 14441 Vernon Avenue.
Support. Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and second that the request be approved. Can we have a roll call on the subject?
Commissioner Lebovit,
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg,
Yes?
Commissioner Anderson. Yes. Vice Chair Brown. Yes. Commissioner Clyde,
Yes.
Commissioner Seligson.
Yes.
Chairperson Houston.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
okay, the next item on the agenda is case number 25-07, and it's submitted by Mr. Anthony J. Rocco of 23511 Seneca. And this motion has to do with the Article 2, Division 2, on residential districts. Schedule of regulations requires the minimum lot size to be 50 feet. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow a parcel with a lot width of 92.67 feet to be split into two child parcels, and parcel A will have a lot width of 46.33 feet, and parcel 13 will have a lot width of 46.34 feet. Is anyone here, that has any input on the subject before we get started? Any neighbors or? Yes.
I have a number of questions, actually.
Okay.
I am Ellen Finn. I live four houses down.
And your address?
Sorry?
Your address?
Your
Your
address.
address.
Address, I'm so sorry. 23581 Seneca.
Thank you.
And I own the house. Yeah, I have a number of questions. A little bit more information on the case number here. So the lot is 96 and change, 92 feet wide, and you're asking to split it into 46 and basically 46 and 46 feet. So my question is, what, is it homes, is it duplexes, is it rentals, is it two houses for purchase or rental? Purchase. Okay. And I would assume you're gonna show us a little bit of graphics, that sort of stuff, some representations of what will be there.
We have prints and pictures of the houses already built in other
All right. Oh,
locations.
gotcha. Very nice. So we had a fire there back around the first of the year. That was something. It kind of melted some of the other neighbors' homes, which was pretty astounding actually to watch. So I'm just, the question, I guess the biggest question I have is that the buildings, I believe that the house was purchased out of a foreclosure sale. And it was, the house itself had many issues that you were correcting, which was kind of nice. It was a little disappointing to see the fire that destroyed that structure. That was terrible. But prior to and since then, that lot has been very, very poorly maintained by the owner, and I think that's you. Because right now there's weeds out there that are as tall as me. So I'm wondering, can we rely on you to make a good showing of this whole thing? Or, well, I
You
haven't
can
s-
just ask the questions
Yes.
and
Indeed.
they'll answer
Okay.
after, but
Thank you.
ask all your questions
Yes,
first.
indeed. Let's see, did I have another one here? And will any of the trees, they're kind of in the way, will the trees be removed that are still there?
So, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
ma'am,
just
just ask all your
ask- just
questions
ask all
and
your
they'll
questions.
answer them when they talk.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. I've never been to one of these things, so thank you for correcting me. So I'm just wondering if the existing trees and vegetation that's there, if that will remain. So I guess that's about it.
Somebody else have something to say?
A point of order. No matter what we do here, the lot split issue has to go to city council anyway.
Yes,
So,
correct.
Doesn't it make more sense for this to go to the city council first, even if they will entertain a lot split, before it comes here to see if we will give a variance on the issue?
But they have to have the variance before going to the city council. They can submit to the assessing department, but
I'm
if
just-
there is a
I'm just trying-
variance, yeah.
Okay, so that's the way it works, that's the way it works.
Ma'am, did you speak at the?
Yeah, I own the property, it's in probate right now with my brother, I grew up in that house.
Bishop, sorry, what's your
Know your
name?
name and address.
My name is Jan.
Speak in the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Jan Morton. I live at 234, well, I don't live there, but it's in probate right now with my brother, 23471 Seneca. Ever since that, I remember when I was a kid, the old family that took care of it, really took care of the lot. Ever since, I don't know, my house, like I said, has been on probate for years, and I go over there and take care of it, cut the grass and stuff like that. But this property has always been horrible every time I've driven by it. And I know the lady that lives to the north of it, and I'm sure she's not here, so I cannot speak for her, but it's just been an eyesore for years and years, and I don't understand, for the aesthetics in the neighborhood, why would you approve to split the lot in half and put, two separate structures in there? It just changes the whole neighborhood, and it's a really nice street, and I'm totally opposed to it. And I think, well, nobody else is here except for you, but, yeah, like I said, the property has not been maintained, so,
Yeah.
that's all I have to say. Of course, I'm against it, yeah. All right, thank you.
Does anyone else have any input on the
One
subject?
more question.
Yes.
Just remember. The question I forgot about, I was hoping to see a representation of what those two houses would look like on that lot in conjunction with the other houses. I'm actually a little excited about having some new houses in our neighborhood, but just want to make sure that we're not squeezing houses in there to the detriment of the new owners and the aesthetic of the neighborhood.
Okay, so who's presenting your name? Can you give your name and address and who you represent?
Good evening, I'm Anthony Rocca. I reside at 2106 Russet Drive in Troy, but I am responsible.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the address one more time?
I live at 2106 Russet Drive in Troy, but I own the property at 23511 Seneca.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Okay? So what I would like to do, if it's okay, I'd like to read a statement of hardship, and I apologize. I did bring my glasses case, but the glasses weren't in there, so if I squint, I apologize. I'd like to read a statement I wrote from a hardship standpoint, and then talk about the staffing report that was issued. So in regards to the hardship, the original property and dwelling were acquired with the intention of completing refurbishment project. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, the scope has shifted. We are now evaluating the viability of a new construction on the site. However, constructing a single dwelling on the existing lot would be financially infeasible due to market constraints, but it would also fail to reflect the evolving character of the community. A single high-cost custom home would be significantly overpriced for the area, and as a result, the project would most likely not move forward, leaving the property vacant and undeveloped. Conversely, splitting the lot to two modest custom homes would provide a more contextually appropriate and economically viable solution. This approach would better align with the neighborhood's scale and fabric, promote increased housing density, and reflect the type and thoughtful infill development seen in communities such as Ferndale and Royal Oak. Moreover, this proposal could serve as a model for smart growth and community revitalization, and may even support the city's long-term zoning goals by encouraging attainable, design-conscious, new housing in established neighborhoods. We respectfully request that the zoning board consider this variance favorably as a means to preserve the vitality of the neighborhood, maximize land use, and stimulate future development in alignment with community values and urban planning trends. So that's from a hardship standpoint. From a staffing report standpoint, I had a couple points I just wanted to bring up because I didn't necessarily understand or agree with them. The assessing department on page 2 talks about review of the proposal based upon city and community harmony. I'm not sure how you evaluate harmony based purely on lot size without considering the dwelling on said lot. You can have a 100-foot lot with an outhouse or a shed on it, or you can have a 50-foot lot with a very nice custom-built home. So ignoring the dwelling is hard evaluation for harmony. And the same falls in line with, throughout this report, they talk about neighborhood character. I'm not sure how you can evaluate neighborhood character based strictly on size without considering the dwelling. I really believe that two custom-built homes that are right here, which are the model that we would be putting up, would be much better harmony and character than a vacant lot. Now, these happen to be in New Baltimore on 40-foot lots, not 46 like we would put these on. Not to mention that there are several lots on the same street. Granted, they're supposedly in a different subdivision, but they're so close I could hit a golf ball to them, and I'm not a very good golfer, so I don't understand how these are a different subdivision, but apparently they are according to the assessment. Also, in the staffing report, there are two opposing letters, which one of them I don't necessarily consider opposing because the gentleman talks about he would be in favor of new construction with stricter oversight and that Seneca needs development and improvement. We offer both of those. We would not be using the same contractors that were doing the refurbishment that he took issue with. We would be using brand new construction people that we've used on previous jobs. And then lastly, there is a precedent case that has been cited that the ZBA granted a request in the past splitting one lot into two of less than 50. I would just ask the ZBA to look at that case in particular to say, what is that case looking like now? Was it worthwhile and it was a good thing to do then? Because if it was a good thing to do then, why wouldn't it be a good thing to do now? Because I don't see a whole lot of new construction going on in the city of Oak Park, but the opportunity to build 2 brand-new houses would certainly be something that would be worthwhile. So I thank you for your consideration. And then, if I may, in response to the grass cutting, we had a service that was lined up and they must have fell through and not been doing it. We will reach out to them to make sure that, we know that we are responsible for that lot. And if the weeds get out of hand, we're gonna get a bill from the city, and it's much more than us doing it ourselves. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. I apologize. So if there's any questions from the board, I would gladly entertain them.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Rokoff?
I have a question for you.
This is to the board.
No,
Yes,
that-
that's,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Just
You can ask
now,
me.
the board is the one who now can have the questions.
Okay, does anyone have any questions
Yeah,
for
just,
him?
just a quick question, Mr. Rocca. If we ultimately deny this, are there any plans, like, for what the alternative would be on that site?
I would probably sit back and wait to see what happens in the future, to see if you relax the zoning requirements to do something in the future. So the lot will probably sit vacant for a while.
Thank you.
Any more questions from the board? Okay, and if there aren't any questions, does anyone want to make a motion on the subject?
I'll do it. Based on the information presented in the staff report and additional findings of fact discussed during the review of case number 25-07, I move to deny the request of Anthony J. Rocca, 23511 Seneca Avenue, for a waiver to reduce the lot width of 2 child parcels, parcel A to 46.33 feet, parcel B to 46.34 feet. Article 2, Division 2, Section 214 requires a minimum lot width of 50 feet in the R1 single-family residential district. The waiver will allow the applicant to split an existing parcel into 2 child parcels with lot widths that are less than 50 feet.
Second.
Okay, are there any questions? It's been properly moved in second. His request be denied. Any questions?
It's now the roll call.
Can we have a vote on the subject, please?
Chairperson Houston,
Yes.
No.
Commissioner Seligson, and just for,
Yes, support.
To
the
to deny,
So, yes.
right. A yes is to
motion.
deny.
Yes, support the motion.
Okay. Commissioner Clyde,
Yes.
Commissioner Levelbeck,
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson, Commissioner Brown.
Yes.
All right, the motion has been carried to deny the approval.
Okay, so it's been properly moved in second that the motion be denied. So if there aren't any more issues to be brought before the commission, and we can properly move, the meeting is adjourned.
I second.
Thank you.
Blew that one.
The second you did it, I was like, oh, no, no, no.
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, so that's why I like